Hello everybody, it's your boy Fertlunch. Welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing well. A couple of things I would like to apologize in advance to everyone. Um, First of all, this is the very first time that I'm doing something like this, like a live stream and everything. So it took me quite some time to set this up. I didn't do this correctly, but we're here. We're doing this right now. So looking at the PS5 controller that I got, this was actually a great deal. I was able to secure this controller for $5, which is fantastic, honestly. We are gonna get this thing rolling pretty soon. I'm just gonna check a few things with the stream, make sure it's good. It does look like the max quality we can get is 720, so we're gonna leave it at that. That's fine. I'm gonna try and see if we can put on some music. I had some royalty-free music lined up. Now, a couple of things I do want to say. I do apologize in advance. Firstly, the place where I sit and I work on my controllers, well, this is my office setup basically, and it is in my basement, and it's an unfinished basement. It only has a carpet in it. Um, so from time to time, you might hear my furnace come on or my water heater. Uh, when they do, I will try and mute the stream because it's pretty dang annoying. And I really don't want you guys to suffer because of it. And we're gonna start the process of trying to fix this controller. It has been a bit of a challenging day so far, I would say. So yeah, we'll just try and get this train rolling, and hopefully we'll have a few people join in. You know, maybe enjoy the stream with us. So start it up. We'll say Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim and get things going. I am wearing a mask just in case I accidentally turned the camera towards my face. Really don't want this to become a face reveal video. Let's put on some music and see. Alrighty, so let's see if you guys can hear this. Found some royalty free music on YouTube, so I thought I would just set it up. Yeah, I'm not really sure how much of it is coming through, but I do have it here. Okay. Where to begin this with? Okay, so my first video that basically started me on this particular path where I fixed my very own PS5 controller. I never knew that video would catch as much attention as it did, and not just that, the fact that it put me on this path where I started producing YouTube shorts where they're starting to catch a bit of attention. So it's pretty surprising. It's pretty good. I'm feeling pretty happy about it. But the one thing that in that video that I recorded a lot of footage for it, I could never do was show you guys the tools that I use for this, right? So some of the tools you might have seen in the videos themselves. Uh, Basically a toothbrush right here, needle nose pliers, they're pretty good. This kit that I got from Amazon. Now I couldn't afford an iFixit kit in Canada. It's about 40 bucks or so, and it was pretty expensive, right? So I just thought I'll just buy this off of Amazon. I think this kit was about 19-20 bucks. It's a pretty nice kit. I don't even know what company produces it and everything, but it more or less has everything that you'd need for basically doing this work, man. It's a really good kit. It has these spudgers here for you to separate some plastic clips and stuff. The tweezers, they're a bit low quality, I'll be honest. I do have to struggle with them a little bit, but everything else the kit has, so far it has helped me to fixed controllers without issues so far, and it's pretty fantastic. So you'll see me go to this kit very often today to try and get this thing rolling on. So yeah, I think we will go ahead with this. I'm gonna try and attempt if I can plug the controller in and show you guys the drift issue that is currently ongoing with this controller. And we're gonna see if we can do this without a lot of hiccups. Hopefully. Not many at all. So I'm gonna move this here. So here's the controller plugged in right now. You got the gamepad tester on it. Look at that. This right thumbstick right here has a pretty significant drift on it right now. We're gonna try and see if we can fix that. Hopefully by just cleaning it. The rest of the buttons seem to be working fine. D-pad, other thumbstick. Alrighty, okay. Let's put this back. Set the camera back up. Alrighty. You guys will see me go through the entire process, cleaning everything with the controllers, so it's gonna be good. I gotta work on an Xbox controller too. We'll see how long the stream goes, who jumps in, who checks in with us and all, Okay. Do let me know how the volume is and everything. If the music is coming through. I have it on medium volume, but whatever. Sorry if you hear me using my mouse on the side here. Might be a bit distracting, but it is what it is, Okay, anyway, so let's just get this thing rolling on. Let's get the spudgers on. And this. And the tweezers. Let's get the separators going. Oh, for other things, 99% alcohol. So that's something that you need it for cleaning. And can of air. This thing is expensive, man. $5 a can. It's really expensive stuff, but I try and use it as minimal as I can, but my luck so far with finding cheap controllers has been great. In all honesty, so far, of all the controllers that I've bought, I have only bought a couple of I've bought one Xbox controller for $15, another for 20 Xbox Series controller. I just bought it. I think I have it here somewhere. I'll show you guys. I'll probably keep an eye out for a YouTube short on it at some point, but yeah. The controller seems to work fine, but we'll see. We're gonna do a detailed clean on it at some point, so we're gonna do it. Alrighty, let's start with this process. Okay. I would say if you are new to the channel, please do consider subscribing. Hit the notification bell. Let's start a chat going, man. I really hope we see some people in today. Oh, there's a chance nobody will appear, but in case people do decide to come, that would be cool. Okay. I just really hope I'm staying in the frame. You'll notice I put these two markers down to know where I need to be for the camera, which is, interesting, but, you know, just trying. If this thing grows, the one thing I do want to do is have some better lighting on my work area, simply because it's difficult to do this without proper lighting. So like I always have to fight because I only have light coming from like the right side, like this direction. I need light on this side and maybe from the top, but that's something for the future, I guess, at some point. I guess I don't have to worry about people being in the chat right now because there is nobody there. So we'll continue to work. So I'll just separate this up. Let's do this side. There we go. Okay. Now the person that I bought the controller from said that he ordered the controller online. He didn't give me a box for the controller, but I'll be honest, looking at the condition of it, there is dirt in these gaps. So I'm gonna guess that somebody's already used. I think he bought it used and it came to him with the stick drift issue. So we are gonna open it either way and go from there. Alrighty, so with the cover removed, there's two screws that we get access to from here. They're right here underneath the grips, and now we gotta remove the R1 and L1 buttons. I hope with the channel, man, one day is that we can grow it enough. It'll be fun to do. I enjoyed this work. I mean, I just did it as to say, hey, I need to fix my PS5 controller. I just never knew that it would take off enough that people would be interested in me doing this. These buttons are being hard. Yeah, okay. And I dropped it as expected. Okay, give me a second. Let me just grab that. This is broken. No, I'm just kidding. It's not broken. It's fine. Definitely dirty. We're gonna have to clean it up, which I think is pretty much gonna be the theme throughout this thing. We're gonna find a lot of dirty things. I'll be honest, that's the reason why I started wearing gloves too. It's because some of these controllers are incredibly dirty. Okay, so for anyone who did watch my PS5 drift fix issue video, I did say the wrong name for the bit that I use. I said it is a CR-VP 200. No, it's not. It's PZ00 or CR-VPZ00. That's the bit size to use. So let's start taking these off. I hope this is coming here. I'm taking the L1 button out first. The bits are also magnetic, so it's really nice that they stick to it. Within this kit, you'll notice that there's a magnet here. Now there is a magnetizer, honestly, but it works great if you just want to collect your screws in here so that you don't lose them, and that's what I do. I just put them in there. They get magnetized on one end, and on the other we can keep them safe in a place. I do apologize if I stop talking at some point. I'm just trying to concentrate as well at the same time. We really don't want to make sure we don't break anything. I gotta simultaneously make sure that I'm in frame as well. Don't want to make sure I don't start doing all of this outside of the frame. So alrighty, the 4 screws are out. Now these 2 clips right here are the ones that are holding the PlayStation 5 controller together. These are the ones that we gotta concentrate on taking out and going from there, okay? So we're gonna separate them. Okay. Those 2 are separated. So we just start separating the controller. Should hopefully start coming apart without an issue at this point. It is extremely dirty though. So these 2 are okay, those 2 are done. Don't close back up on me. These little spudgers, they're pretty good too if you just want to insert them. Keep things separated. Come on. Okay, let's go to the other side for a second here. Start separating stuff from there. And that's it. You don't want to ever like push it too hard. Just enough so that, you know, you get the clips to come apart. If you're not rough with it, honestly, it's not that difficult. You just gotta know what you're doing. Okay. Let's try this side. These 2 clips are off, okay. Yeah, I don't know if you guys can see, probably not, but there's a lot of crap that's falling out of the controller. It's all just dirt and debris and stuff. Not the best, but just shows, hey man, these controllers have to take a lot of abuse, you know. Sorry, gotta mute out the music parts or the ad portion of the royalty-free music. Obviously, nothing is truly free in life. That's just the way things go. Oh my god, why is this thing being so hard with me? Come on, bro. Come apart now. Okay. Sorry, forgot to hit play on the music part. Okay. Yep. That flew away. I'll close back up. I don't think the clips were that hard in my PS4. Usually just the two main ones will just help you separate the controller up, but clearly that's not the case. Okay. Okay, let me stick it in there. Yep. I gotta be honest, like, time does fly when you're fixing these things. I have noticed. Okay. These top clips are really hard. I did not have this much issue with mine. Just looking to make sure. Okay. Man, these top clips do not want to come apart, I'll be honest. Dang.
Let's go talk to her. Hi, I'm John. Oh, you just.
Come on, buddy. Don't make me struggle this much, man. Oh, finally. Dang, this one was really hard. Okay. Forgive me for being a little silent. Just trying to concentrate so I don't break something here. But, quite apparently. My tools are actually stuck inside. Can you imagine that? So weird. Jesus. My boys, Jesus. Okay. Come on, baby. Talk to me. Talk to me. Oh, God. The clip actually went back on. Can you imagine that? There we go. Oh my god, bros. Holy wee. Okay. I'm not. I think there's a cable in there we gotta be a little careful of. But the rest of it should come apart fairly easily. Feels like it's been held by glue or something, right? Alrighty, here we go. Dang. Hard thing to do, man. Hard thing to do. Alrighty. On to the next part. It is a little dirty. You can see hairs and stuff in there. Probably animal hairs, but the controller is definitely not that dirty, I would say. So I'm hoping for a quick fix. But yeah, let's start separating. Let's start with the battery first. This is where the needle nose pliers come in. Make sure you're only grabbing the white part. Like, I'll try and show you before I take it out. Right, give me 1 second. So like, if you guys take a look, there are 2 portions to the battery terminal. Just make sure I'm getting it in the frame. Right here. So you want to grab the white part, not the yellow part. Just this very tippy top is what you want to grab. And then take the battery out. So that is what we are trying. There we go. Success. Battery is a little dirty. I don't know if you guys can see that. There's hairs and stuff on it. Right here. Even the case, if I show you guys, it's really dirty right here. You can see dirt and grime in there. Look at this. I'll show you guys all of this when I clean the case back up and everything. You will see how it looks afterwards. Alrighty, okay, so that's taken out. I got one more Phillips screw. This one I'm gonna put on the side. The cover should come off. Okay, so this ribbon cable, which is the mute button ribbon cable, this is what I also got a bit wrong in my video. Well, I didn't know at the time. That was my first PS5 control that I opened. This ribbon cable is for the mute button. You take that out. And look, the mute button cable fell out automatically by itself. I'm gonna put it back in this. I'm gonna put it back in this housing because we do not want it to fall out of here. There, it's back in. We'll put this on the side. Controller was popping out. We're gonna try and prevent it from doing that. Now, looking at the controller, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 ribbon cables more to take out. So we're gonna start taking them. You can try and take them out by hand. I like to use the needle nose pliers for this stuff. I'm gonna try and keep it in frame for this, but this might be a bit hard to. Actually, this one I could probably grab, but let's try with this one first. One cable out. Second cable out. Actually, finding it a bit hard to grab this one. Third cable out. Man, it's gonna be really bad if I screw this controller up on stream. It's gonna be horrible. Okay, let's be a little careful with this. You gotta know I'm being extremely careful with the pliers. You definitely don't want to go too hard because it will damage stuff here. Okay, all 4 cables are out at this point, okay? So now we should be able to simply remove this board. If I remember correctly. Come on. I'm just being very careful because I don't want to break stuff here. Make sure all the cables and stuff are out of the way. Come on, baby. Move this cable out. And there we go. We are at the board level for the controllers or the analog sticks. We take these off. Now, my method of doing this when you have these out is to basically just clean the board, and that has worked for me the last time out. If not, if that doesn't fix the drift issue, then what I will have to do is that I will have to open each of these potentiometers and clean the one that's the offending one in this particular case. Now, people looking at the stream will be like, well, you know, the amount of isopropyl alcohol that I'm using is too much, but I'll be honest, because this is 99% isopropyl alcohol, you can do it. I don't have a proper squeezy bottle to put it out of, but I just simply pour it out onto both thumbsticks like that, and we just move the thumbsticks around. What I do is with both of them. Now I did pour quite a bit, like I said in my video. That is exactly what I did the last time too on my PS5 controller. And I'm hoping that that's what fixes the issue. You will see that my hands are completely wet. So we're gonna get a couple of cotton buds on and clean this up a little bit. Let me know if you guys hear the music fine and you have no issues with it right now. This is your, I think this is the PS1 control that's fallen on. Don't worry about that. We'll put that back in a second. Should be that hard to put back on. It's in that housing anyway. So I think we can put it back here. Just for safekeeping too. That should be fine. Okay. Okay. Let's move these on quite a bit. I hope I'm in the frame. Yeah, okay. Now I'm holding the board in my two hands because I don't want these wires that you guys see here to be under too much stress. I mean, if they do separate or something does fall out, I can fix it, but I'd much rather not have to do any soldering. At least not on stream. Because my soldering skills are crap, I'll be honest. Okay, when I've done that enough, I take a can of air, blow the air out of it. And you might see quite a few liquids come out. That's a good thing. You do want all the liquid out of it at this point. Though this is 100%, or sorry, 99% isopropyl alcohol. So it's not too bad, but still. Alrighty. Good excuse to clean everything up. Alrighty. So that's good. So now while that is happening, we're gonna try and clean the case. I usually let it sit for a little while like this. Once I've done the cleaning part, so I'm gonna move the controller out of the way a little bit here, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna start cleaning the controller up. As you would be able to see, I'm guessing there's a lot of dirt and grime inside the controller. Look, I haven't even used any isopropyl alcohol, but like it's incredibly disgusting. So we're gonna try and start cleaning this up while the board is drying. And yeah. Let me just test the audio out, make sure everything's working fine with the chat. Or okay, I think the music is a bit high. I'm just gonna lower it a little bit. Okay. So take our isopropyl alcohol, put it in there, and look, see this part? I hope you guys can see. I just want to make sure I'm in frame. Look, and just start cleaning it up. Look, the amount of human dirt crap that comes out of these controllers is unbelievable. But usually by the time I'm done with them, it's honestly they turn out pretty great. All the gaps and everything is pretty good, clean. PS5 controllers, even my own, I mean, I use it pretty much, you know, every other day when I'm playing, or every day when I'm like, you know, obviously it's there. I have two controllers that I switch between. They do take quite a bit of use, but any of the older controllers like Xbox Ones, those ones are really disgusting, man. And the simple fact is that You know, with older controller, it catches a lot of the dirt and grime, especially if you're coming from a home where you've had animals and stuff. It's it's a huge challenge, you know. Alright, let's get this cleaned up. I do see animals here, animal hairs in here too, so that's always fun. Now for the middle portion itself, I usually just pour a little bit in there, and I use the toothbrush to clean it out. And anything that's left in the very end, I just use the cotton buds to take out. I'm gonna be pretty thorough with this. Make sure we get it all. But yet again, like I said, this is not really that dirty to begin with, so I'm not too concerned. You know. Okay. As you can see, the dirt is now piling up on the paper towels right here. Okay, let's clean. I usually go through about maybe 15 or 20 of these, what you would call cotton buds when I'm cleaning a controller up and all. I gotta keep forgetting. Hope I am in the frame. But, yeah, man. Don't forget these thumbstick areas out. A couple of marks here. I mean, the outside of the controller we can get afterwards as well, so it's not that big of a deal. I'm just clearing these bumper portions out because these usually gather a lot of dirt in them. Honestly, the controller isn't that bad, I'll be very honest with you guys. We do have to do the other half, so we'll do that once everything is in place. Once we put everything back in, that's it. That's what I mean. But yeah, the controller isn't in that bad of a shape and all, you know. This is all good. Not that bad at all, man. I'll be honest. It's a good controller. It's in not like the shell's not in a bad condition or anything, you know. Almost 45 minutes at it right now. Okay, the shell's completely clean at this point. I really don't really see anything that needs, you know, any specific attention. We have cleaned it out quite a bit. So we'll just give it some air for good measure. Okay, we'll set this on the side. Let's look at this. Yeah, not at all that dirty, I would say. Overall, very clean. Usually, at times, what I'll do is I'll take a little bit of isopropyl alcohol in the toothbrush itself directly, and start running it around. But honestly, this is not that bad at all. It's pretty decent. The speaker area can get a little bit of dirt, So be sure to get that. And there we go. This is good as new, man. Looks pretty great. From the outside, we can clean it, but we can always do it afterwards as well. It's nothing that we need to worry about right away, I would say. Okay. Alrighty. So let's do the thumbsticks for a second here. Let's clean them out now that we have the controller apart. Take a little bit of isopropyl alcohol in the toothbrush. Just a little bit of TLC. So just take it, going around. There we go. Thumbstick number 1 done. Thumbstick number 2. There we go. Let that dry off. Okay, let's inspect this. I think it should be completely dry at this point. Let's see if we can see any wet parts in it. No, not at all. Okay. Just want to see the correct orientation of this, guys. 2 seconds. Yeah, it's this way. Okay. I determined by these 2 little prongs that need to touch these 2 pads, it can only go in one direction. So this is how we're gonna put it. Okay, then the thumbsticks go on, because you can't put them once you put the controller back together. So we gotta put them in now. Let's make sure they're clean. Yeah, they're pretty good. Alrighty. Thumbstick number 1. Thumbstick number 2. Alrighty, carefully flip everything back. Now at this point we gotta make sure the ribbon cables are out before we start and doing this. Okay, that's on. This one's on. Gotta be honest, there's not a whole lot of ribbon cables in the Xbox controller, but it has its own complications. Yeah, these are useless tweezers, man. Okay, Okay, it's back. I gotta make sure of something. Sorry, give me 1 second. This came out. I need to put it back in. There we go. Okay. So it needs to slip into this little hole and it needs to sit on this little thing. Just want to make sure that that's in. Okay. Let's start putting the ribbon cables back and then we'll attach the battery and test the controller out. No, 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 don't separate. Ribbon cable number 1 in. Ribbon cable number 2 in. Ribbon cable number 3 in. I gotta be honest, I'm being a little bit more bold this time. Last time around when I did it, I was not this confident. I'll be honest. That's in. Okay, great. All of these ribbon cables are in. Okay. Give me a second, guys. I just want to make sure this thing is in. Okay. Now to put it back in its position, goes in this little loop right here. There we go. It's back in. Perfect. That's in. Alrighty. Give the battery a quick clean. A little bit away from the controller that we just cleaned. It's not too bad. Just a few hairs here or there. I gotta remember how to plug the battery in. And with my thumb. Last time around. There we go. Alrighty, moment of truth. See if you can test it just like this. Hopefully no sparks go off, because that would be terrible. I can't believe it. It actually worked. Look at that. Oh, the battery's falling out. I gotta grab it by hand. There is no double-sided tape. Okay, wait. I'm gonna have to make an arrangement here. Something to hold the battery in place. Okay, no metallic parts. Okay, let me grab this. Look at that. Drift is gone. It's still giving a little bit of an issue, but not as bad as it was before. So a little bit more cleaning would do the job. But it's otherwise not bad at all, man. It's fixed. Let's check the other buttons. Oh, I can't test those, but the L1, R1 I can. Bumpers working fine. D-pad. Look, I'm pressing them. D-pad working fine. Start, select. Let's do the R3, L3. Working perfectly fine. So I will test it out a little bit more, but yeah, this seems to be a bit of a success at this point, I would say. Okay, let me just remove this. Actually, let me just test it out a little bit more. Just want to make sure it's tight. It is showing a little bit of a sign of an issue, but very minor. Like it's a question of if is it something that do you want to let it bother you, or is it something that you can live with? That's what it's basically doing, right? So it's just a question of if. Okay. Yeah, I mean it has an issue still a little bit, but nothing egregious. It is centering. It's a little bit off the center, I would say. So nothing too much. It's still showing that it wants to go in this direction, or maybe sometimes in this, but it's centering back. It's not having as bad of an issue as it had before, I would say. So we're gonna call this a success. Okay, let's remove this. Fine. Oh, where is it? Yeah, it's a little off still. Not too bad, but yeah, it's centering fine. Just a little off, but nothing I would say that would cause too much issue. Oh my god, why are the ads running, bro? But yeah, other than that, I would say it's pretty much fixed. Well, there you go, guys. Now you know how to fix this thing yourself. I'm just wondering if I should put this uh, together off camera or on camera, but there's not much to it apart from just how you saw me put it away. Just put it together. Yeah, working fine. Just a little bit off. Might have to do a little bit more cleaning, I would say, but other than that, it's working absolutely fine for now. Okay, let's get it together. I do want to start working on the Xbox controller too, because I had a buyer lined up for it. Um, so I'm gonna do that, I guess, at some point. Try and do it tonight. If not tonight, then maybe tomorrow. Okay. Oh, the one thing I will do in front of you guys is clean the sides of this before we call it a night. Okay. This housing. Look, this is all that comes out of it. Never the cleanest things in the world, but this one's not too bad. I'll be honest with you, at all. Not too bad at all. Okay. Get the buttons. Okay. The controller does show few signs of use, but not too much. Like, it seems to be in pretty great shape. Like, all the buttons click fine. There's no sticking or anything like that going on. Oh, I know I wanted to clean the R1, L1 buttons too. Okay. This is a new Q-tip. This one's clean. Yeah, man, there's a bunch of different topics that I want to talk about on my channel, but I really want the channel to grow. I'm open to suggestions, seeing what is it that you guys want to see. Honestly, I did post it up on my community tab, seeing if people were interested in me doing a live stream fix of a controller. I don't think anyone's been in the stream so far today, but it's an experience. Somebody would come, they'll see A to Z exactly what the process is. Something gunk here on the controller button. Clean that out. Yeah, so if anybody would be interested, they'll at least know how to do this A to Z. Alrighty, let's check this out here a little bit. Get out of the wrong going. I hope I'm in frame. Yeah, press the PS button. Yeah, the lights came on. Yeah. Okay, so we're good. We're in business. This button's working fine. Sure, we'll find out once I sync it up with my PS5. And the funniest thing, the Xbox controllers, any one of that I fixed, I really haven't been able to test them beyond the gamepad tester. I mean, they worked fine here, but quite a few of them I've sold. I haven't heard any complaints back from the people I sold them to. So, like, I mean, I really hope they don't have any issues with the products. I mean, I do pride myself in a little bit to make sure that I'm meticulous with the controllers, fix them thoroughly, make sure they have no issues before I sell them and all. But with these things, you never know, right? So, um, like there isn't a guaranteed sure short way to know that there isn't gonna be any issues that the people are gonna run into. But I test them out fully before I sell them. I, of course, myself, I can't lose money on it. So, like, once I fix a controller on the YouTube shorts that you guys see, I do sell it, or that is my goal to do so at least. And yeah. Anyway, this is done. Alrighty, folks. I think we're gonna call it a night. Putting it back together is the same procedure. And yeah, I think this was great for a first time try. I hope you guys liked the stream too. And yeah, the controller is fixed. That's all there is to it. Now, if it was a little bit more complicated, I would have had to need to open the potentiometers and clean them from the inside, or change them if need be. I mean, it's always one of those scenarios where you can run into that situation. A little bit of gunk here left, I can see it. But yeah, sometimes that's what you have to do to try and get these things fixed. And that's all. So I want to thank you to anyone who would join or stop by to see the stream. And I will upload more shorts, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care, guys. Bye.